is up, guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. Today we are playing Pokemon Stadium 2 Rental Randomizer, a continuation of where we left off last week. I believe we had selected a team just before we finished. So, this is the team we're going to have to work with. Actually, it looks like a pretty solid team, if I do say so myself. I think Chinchou had two good electric and water moves. Wobbuffet, as we know, is the key to beating Will. So we might actually make it past the beginning of Will. And Sandslash, if I recall, has straight up Earthquake. And you know what? It's just as good as Entei, because at least, unlike Entei, Earthquake is a very, very powerful move with high accuracy. But more importantly, 10 PP. I don't know about you, but when you end up getting yourself to Koga and you find yourself with an Entei that's only attacking move is Fire Blast and the opponent uses double team, well, you have 5 attacks. Whether you hit them or not, you have 5 attacks. Otherwise, Entei just becomes useless at that point. So, obviously way better. Also, you know, a lot of them are poison type on his team, so just a straight up boost having Sandslash on the team. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start the timer for the very first time at the start of the stream. Something I have not done previously. I've always had to edit the timer at the beginning because I keep forgetting. Looks like we are at 73 teams currently lost. We have made it to Karen several times, but unfortunately, our team has either been murdered by Karen herself, which does not really happen very often, or murdered by somebody in chat. All right, so start with Wobbuffet. And let's just take a look at the rest of the team. Hitmontop doesn't have any moves. That is correct. Although, Hitmontop doesn't actually have very good stats in the game, yet these are good stats, except for special attack. That surprises me. Now, of course, everything is Hitmontop is weak to every single member of the team, so we're not going to bring Hitmontop, but that's interesting to note that they must have given it like really high IVs and stat XP, because like those are way too high. All right, Weezing, Sludge, Zap Cannon. Once again, weak to every single member of Will's entire team. So we're not bringing that, but 147 defense, 117 attack. Good to note. Remoraid, Surf, Ice Beam, Hyper Beam, 102, 102, 102. That's interesting, actually. Honestly, that might get used a bit. Its stats are quite on the low end. Anything over 100 is just passable, so that's definitely a playable Pokemon for sure. Chinchou, really, it's straight up worse Remoraid, but has an electric move, just in case you need it, instead of an ice move. But instead of 102, it's got 91 special attack. Also, if I recall, it has less weaknesses than Remoraid. Whereas Remoraid is just grass and electric. Chinchou is ground and grass, I think? Yeah. So different weaknesses. Hello, Reddit Stories. Welcome to the stream. And Sandslash, as we mentioned, basically just Earthquake, but that's all you really need. So, as far as the rest of the team is concerned, obviously start with Wobbuffet, then throw in a Sandslash. And shockingly, I think we might go with Remoraid, because Surf is relatively neutral on most of these Pokemon. Ice Beam is super effective on Executor. Hyper Beam is not super effective, but pretty super effective on Kadabra, but unfortunately it probably won't get to go first and probably will get one shot. But oh, actually, now that I think about it, Chinchou's got a significantly higher HP stat. That might make a difference. But with only Surf and Thunder, it really can do even less to Kadabra than Remoraid can. And I believe Kadabra's got Thunder Punch and Fire Punch. I think we established the punch that Kadabra doesn't have is Ice Punch. So Thunder Punch, super effective on Remoraid, not super effective on Chinchou. In fact, I think the only ones with grass moves, which Chinchou would be weak to, is Xatu and Executor. I believe both have Giga Drain. Other than that, Chinchou's not bad against them either. So I think we'll go Chinchou. Let's see how this goes. Really, we need our 2 Pokemon to beat one of his Pokemon, because Wobbuffet should hopefully take care of 2 Pokemon. As long as he doesn't detect like a secondary effect, you know, like a stat drop or whatever, we should have a relatively easy time beating whatever he throws out first. All right, Xatu. So with Xatu, he uses basically Nightshade every time, unless he detects the special drop. If he detects a special drop, he will go Psychic. But I think we can't play like that. We pretty much just have to assume he is going to go with Nightshade. So, counter.
What's the opening gambit?
Good.
The hit
Good.
right off. Awesome counter. Yes, it's a hit.
It's a hit. All right. Let's once again assume it will not get a special drop and use another counter. Okay. He uses Giga Drain very weirdly. I feel like it's impossible to predict when Will uses Giga Drain. Like, I'm fairly confident when he detects a special drop, he'll use Psychic. But other than that, it's basically counter. But he does use Nightshade when his HP or he uses Giga Drain when his HP gets low, or when my HP gets low.
What's this? That was a cleanse.
Regardless, we did a pretty solid job here. Not sure we have enough HP remaining to knock out whatever Pokemon is second, but you know what? As long as we don't get confused or whatever, we always can take the Pokemon down with us.
The appearance of the next Pokemon. Oh, it's Executor.
Executor, huh?
They're both hanging.
I actually don't know what moves Executor has. I assume it has Giga Drain, Psychic, and Egg Bomb. And I have no idea anything after that.
They're eyeing each other warily.
Regardless, I'm kind of scared he'll use Sleep Powder. Regardless, I know he's got Giga Drain and Psychic.
The trainer hasn't
But I'm fairly confident he would use Egg Bomb. So I'm going to go counter.
The commands are made.
Okay, Sludge Bomb. That works. That works too.
There's the attack. A light tap.
That did kind of low amount of damage. Although if he uses it again,
Great hit. It used its held item to restore
we can knock it out. I'm not willing to take that risk.
competitor.
Especially since whatever Pokemon he throws out after this is going to be faster than me, and there's no chance I'll get to use Destiny Bond before it attacks me. So I think no matter what, if I pick the counter or Nightshade correct, or counter or Mirror Coat correctly, it does not matter. So the safest play is to just go with Destiny Bond and just take down the Executor with me, no matter what happens. That way we both start with 2 fresh Pokemon.
There, Giga Drain. That's it. It took the opponent down with it. Oh, it collapsed.
Solid. All right, it's 2v1.
It's taking its opponent
Fingers
down
crossed.
with it.
Chinchou and Sandslash can knock out whatever he throws next.
Both Pokemon fainted simultaneously. This puts
Um,
Spin on the battle.
okay, so here's the thing. If he throws out Zatu, Sand Slash is dead no matter what. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw out Sand Slash. If he throws out Zatu, so be it. We were not gonna beat Zatu anyways. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Clefable's got like all of the special moves. It's got like either Ice Beam or Blizzard, I can't remember. It's got Thunder or Thunderbolt, I can't remember. It's got Psychic. It's got one move I can't remember. But regardless, this Clefable is just an absolute nightmare. At least I get to go first.
A sharp attack. Yes, it's a hit.
Solid, solid. As long as I don't get frozen or die.
A powerful blow.
Sweet.
A fierce battle.
Sweet. Okay, Chin Chow should hopefully be able to win from here.
There's the attack. Hammered where it hurts.
Oh, I got a crit. Nice, that crit mattered.
There are no more remaining Pokemon. And there goes the battle.
Indeed. That feels good. All right. Unfortunately, Wobbuffet is completely and utterly useless against Koga, but that is fine. Our team may be weak, but they can at least possibly defeat Koga. I mean, you really just don't want like a team of weaklings. And our team's pretty decent. Okay, so we're gonna start with Sand Slash. We're gonna get our Earthquakes in. Then I think Remoraid Chinchou because Hitmontop. Triple Kick's not super accurate, nor does it have very high power. Strength isn't bad, but Strength will probably 4-shot anything on his team. And 4-shotting things on his team just doesn't sound like a good plan. Plus, a lot of them have low special stats, so like the special attacking Remoraid and the special attacking Chinchou are probably just gonna be straight up better. Also, well, they're all basically the same speed, but Chinchou and Remoraid, not the slowest.
The next opponent is Koga. The challenger must avoid being mesmerized by this skillful ninja.
As long as it's not Golb or Crobat, I'm good with that. Or Golbat, whatever bat he has. It's not a flying type. That's all that matters. It's not a flying type.
They go into battle mode.
I figured it was faster than me, though. That's fine.
It increased its evasiveness. Vicious attack. No, that's
Ouch.
They're
That
both
first
ready to
one.
talk.
That first one's definitely the most hittable one.
Nasty shot. The poison will steadily
Because we
weaken
still have a
the victim.
75% chance to hit with that first one.
A furious attack. Hit. That inflicted some
Okay.
damage.
Okay, that was slightly less than half. That's not good.
A hot battle is unfolding.
All right, things are definitely going to start getting risky soon.
It raised its
I got
effectiveness.
probably 2 more Earthquakes before I swap out.
Hang on, earthquake. Oh,
Dang it.
that's a miss. The white-hot battle continues. There it goes. Bam! That worked perfectly.
Ouch. Okay, well,
Sharp attack. That's it. Additional
unfortunately,
damage already difficult
the
to
attack that
break.
he just used will knock out
Sparks are flying from
basically
multiple
all of my
predators.
Pokemon, so we're not going to swap out. We're gonna take it. critical hit.
Oh, and down it goes.
All right, my highest accuracy move is going to be Surf, and I believe Remoraid should... Yeah, Remoraid should probably
They're ready to go.
go for it.
It's Remoraid. The heated action continues.
Darn. I figured it would be relatively close that Remoraid and Venomoth would be in speed. That's really unfortunate, though, that he got to go first. I was really hoping and banking on going first.
No, that didn't connect.
Oh,
They're both
am I really gonna lose to Koga for like the first time because of misses, or this possibly the second time? That's just embarrassing. Normally Koga's kind of a joke, but you know, every once in a while you get just too many misses and then you just lose. If honestly, if Sandslash would have just hit, you know, one of those two or three earthquakes that miss, we would be having a very different story right now.
What's next? Wearing the bow down appears.
Unfortunately, I don't think Chin Chow can solo the whole team, especially now that it's been toxic. Ooh, 4 misses off of 2 double teams. Oof, that's something. That's some Gen 1 double team right there.
There's the shot. A powerful blow. There's the attack. Oh, that missed too.
Oh, he gained more HP than he lost. Also, he didn't lose very much, so I must have missed another surf.
Ah, it raised its evasiveness. What's this?
Ironic that after he sets up another double team, I finally hit him.
The heated action continues. The first deciding.
I think he ran out of Giga Drains. It only has 5 PP.
Last Pokemon goes down. And there goes the battle.
Okay, well, the outcome is not what we would hope for, but you know, Koga does have to get 1 at some point. It's really unfortunate that we see that second Pokemon was Gligar. Both Remoraid and Chinchou would have absolutely destroyed Gligar. And I honestly think that Chinchou probably could have beaten Electrode, no problem too. So that was a very, very beatable team. And honestly, if he threw out Electrode second, which probably wouldn't have, we would have had to have swapped out of Sandslash to swap into something else, which obviously had Surf at that point. So the fact that he had Electrode meant that Sandslash was going to destroy Electrode. So honestly, if we just had not missed a few of those Earthquakes, that would have been a very, very easy team for us to beat. All right, let's swap over. Oops. All right. I obviously have to click generate to test. That's why that one Pokemon was there. Okay, first Pokemon, Entei. Well, it's not ideal, but honestly, Entei, I think its stats were kind of low. And as we mentioned earlier, only has basically Fire Blast. I have no idea what Execute has. If we're lucky, it has Psychic and ooh, okay. Well, you know, I don't think Natu is going to be making the team. All right, Typhlosion. We've established that Typhlosion is pretty okay. I believe it's got Flame Wheel. I don't believe it has a second attack. I think Charizard is the one that has Dig. Okay, Pidgeot. Pidgeot's not that bad per se. It's just doesn't have good matchups. Another Entei and Miltank. Okay. This team is, you know, it needs something to go its way. I not entirely certain how this team is going to beat anything, but weirder teams have won before. So, you know, 102 special attack, which again is Remoraid levels of low. Just want everyone to remember that Remoraid had 102. Entei is equivalent to Remoraid. All right, execute. Okay, Psychic with 95 special attack. Giga Drain. Again, 95 special attack. A Desperation Stun Spore, if anything. This is not that bad. Its special defense is actually a lot lower than I expected. All right, Natu. Psychic Nightshade, but has no stat. Oh my god, it has 105 special attack and 106 speed. Its HP is kind of low, but holy crap, this thing is 10 defense better than Remoraid was. I mean, yeah, its physical attack is lower, but it doesn't have any physical attacks. Holy crap, Natu's actually playable as well. Okay, this team is very underrated. Typhlosion, yep, does not have Dig. That must have been Charizard. Yep, this is just basically more consistent Entei. 132 attack with Flame Wheel, which has got a lot lower attack. So essentially you're trading power for PP when comparing Typhlosion to Entei. Pidgeot. Like I said, Pidgeot's moveset, not the worst. Flying Swift, not terrible. And 107 special attack. I mean, it's also not that bad. It just doesn't have any good matchups. There's just so many Pokemon with ice and electric moves. And then Miltank. If I recall, Miltank is okay. I think you wanted to give it the Sleep Berry, so I think it must have Rest, if I recall, or something close to it. Nope. Okay. Then yeah, we just had the Sleep Berry on it. Anyways. Okay. 126 speed, though. That is right there with possibly being able to outspeed Xatu. We don't know entirely if it can, but maybe. I'm going to go ahead and not really consider the berries here because I don't really think this team is going to be super capable of winning. Okay. Okay, this is actually going to be kind of difficult to decide. I don't necessarily know what Pokemon to use. I don't really, none of them are particularly good against everything. Miltank is like the most neutral. But the problem is Miltank only has Stomp. It is fast. I will give it that. So it definitely has the chances to flinch, but I'm not entirely certain it will be able to get enough flinches in a row to matter. Then again, I guess we don't really have much of a choice. Grass is not super effective on anything. So basically just Psychic. Psychic is super effective on nothing. Okay. So unfortunately, Execute, not bad, but very bad in this matchup. Same thing with Natu. Not really anything good. Typhlosion, probably our best Pokemon to start with. Just get like 3 Flame Wheels out, probably knock out something, and then have like 10 HP left over for whatever the next Pokemon is. And it's pretty fast, got 122 speed versus Entei's 112. Pidgeot's 117. Pidgeot actually could probably knock out Executor, but probably nothing else. Maybe Jinx, but honestly, it would have to one-shot Jinx, because Jinx will one-shot it with Ice Punch or Ice Beam, whatever it has. So Pidgeot's not really going to do much. Yeah, I think the highest probability is just Miltank, Typhlosion, Entei. I know they're not super effective moves, but these Pokemon have relatively high HP, high-ish speed, and fire is neutral to just about every single Pokemon, if not super effective. So it's not a bad not bad to consider.
Victories over the gym leader, the Elite Four have barred the way. The leadoff battler is Will, the psychic Pokemon user.
All right. Jinx is one of the matchups that we actually wanted to go against with Miltank. Think it should 2-shot.
Hit! That inflicted some damage.
Oh.
Oh, it blinked.
Oh. Okay. There we go. Finally, something went our way. So I got disappointed it didn't 2-shot. Unfortunately, that's probably because Stomp is only 65 power, so even with Stab, it's still kind of low.
Vicious attack.
But on the bright side, we outsped Jinx, which I did not expect.
A hot battle is unfolding. Stop! That's it! Oh, knockout!
All right, what do you got next?
That KO will
I'd love to see Xatu. Maybe I can get one hit in before we die.
Oh, it's Kadabra!
Okay, so if Jinx
It's a fierce
did almost half, Kadabra should absolutely do more than half. Unfortunately, there's not really much we can do about that, so we'll just go ahead and stomp and pray. But Kadabra will outspeed and it will do more than half.
a psychic blast.
Oh, it got a crit. Okay, well, you know, now we'll never know. Although I think we're pretty certain that was gonna knock out.
What Pokemon will appear next?
All right. Well, nothing is faster than Kadabra. I'm gonna go with Entei because of the higher upside with Fire Blast.
Next Pokemon is ready. Oh, it's Entei.
Plus, Entei is a really high HP stat.
Sparks are flying from both teams. A sharp attack. That inflicted some damage.
That did more than half.
A furious attack. Hit. That was good.
Mine did more than half too, but unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to knock out a Kadabra that's faster than me.
There's the shot. Yes, it's a hit. Yes, it's going down.
Okay, well, I don't know if Typhlosion can knock out Kadabra, but I don't think it really matters because whatever Pokemon is after Kadabra will be able to finish off Typhlosion.
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
It's unfortunate that I'm fairly confident Swift would not knock out Kadabra. I think Flame Wheel just has the best shot. 131 special attack.
There it goes. That's it.
Ouch. Once again, did more than half.
How's that? Great hit.
Oh, that's just... Couldn't throw me a bone, huh?
Heated action continues. There's the attack.
Oh, and you got another crit. Fantastic.
The last Pokemon goes
Well,
down. And there goes the
I was pretty certain we weren't going to win, but you know, Miltank getting that flinch at least, you know, gave us a little bit of a chance. Oh, okay, so it was that too? I'm pretty sure with 2 fire Pokemon, we probably could have beaten Zatu, but I guess we'll never know at this point. All right, let's see what the next Pokemon are going to be. Scyther. I don't think we have had Scyther before. Okay. Turns out Scyther is not spelled with SY. I don't know if you heard that computer noise. The one that goes dun-dun when you screw up. But that would be why that happened. Weedle, okay, you know, the mascot of the team. We'll never see play, but you know, you got to have one mascot at least. Kabuto, okay. We've established Kabuto kind of a mascot too. Ammonite is the one that's good of the two. Okay, well, Spinarak is definitely also a mascot, so team is looking very bad. All right. Spearow. Okay, well, I think our team is dead. We officially don't have a good second Pokemon so far. And it looks like we'll never get a good second Pokemon. At least not for this team. Okay, well, you know, Arcanine. Unfortunately, Scyther and Arcanine can't, like, carry the entire team. I'm sure they'll definitely try. All right, Scyther. All right, Scyther's gonna need to have some pretty solid moves if we're gonna beat Will. Okay, well, Wing Attack and Pursuit are not the solid kind of moves I was hoping for. So I think we're dead. We're very, very dead. I think Kabuto is probably team member 3 that I'm gonna have to actually bring with me. Oh, they gave a physical attacker a special move set. Why would they do this? I think Ammonite had Surf. Kabuto, what am I supposed to do with this? You can't use Blizzard or Giga Drain with a Kabuto? All right, well, I take that back. Kabuto's basically dead to me as well. All right, Spinarak. Okay. Spinarak might actually be possibly the third one here. They're relatively good moves, but the stats are terrible. But Stab Poison will just have to be... It'll just have to be the... Oh my god, we can't bring a Spinarak to Will. He's gonna get absolutely destroyed by Psychic. Oof. Alright, Spearow. Okay, well, Spearow's definitely third. Drill Peck, Stab Drill Peck, 107 speed. Yep, that's definitely our third Pokemon. I don't think this team is getting past Will, so we're not going to care about the berries whatsoever. It would be hilarious, though, if we did get past Will. I imagine they did not buff Leech Life in Gen 2, so Leech Life is still a very, very bad move. Because Leech Life would actually not be too bad against most of these Pokemon. Which, you know, Spinarak has Leech Life, but unfortunately, I think Leech Life is still an incredibly low power move. So even with Stab, still not good. All right, we're just gonna go Arcanine, Spearow, Scyther, and Prey.
Whoa! Following the challenger's victories over the gym leader, the Elite Four have farmed away.
So Flame Wheel with Stab brings the 90 power, Extreme Speed has 80 power. So, oh, I forgot to check the difference between special attack and physical attack, but I think its physical attack is higher. So Extreme Speed and Flame Wheel are probably relatively the same amount of power. I don't know if Giraffrig has lower special defense or regular defense, because I think it's a relatively like even across the board kind of Pokemon. Regardless, I think we're gonna go with the Stab Flame Wheel and see how that goes.
They're eyeing each other warily.
We can always use extra. Oh, it's got Earthquake. Okay, that's fine. We'll survive the first one, and we'll Extreme Speed.
A smashing blow right off the bat. Whoa, that was fast. It's down already.
Okay, well, Will's not playing around. Will's like, hey, you know, this team needs to die. This team it needs to die.
The number of remaining Pokemon is 2.
Will wasn't even gonna give us a shot.
Here comes the Pokemon switch. Oh, it's Executor.
Why?
A sharp attack. Bullseye.
That doesn't even make sense. Why? Why would he swap out into Executor? That's the best Pokemon that Spearow could have seen.
A furious attack. That struck home.
Aw.
Hang in there. A psychic blast. That's some major damage. Both Pokemon.
Yeah, this is what happens when you use first stage Pokemon. You're like, oh, you know, he'll survive with, you know, like half HP, and then you're like, oh no, he won't.
Oh, knockout. What Pokemon will appear next? The Pokemon appears with a cry. The foe
Okay.
is weak.
I imagine Spearow is probably faster than Giraffrig.
One Pokemon is still capable of going on, but the other one looks tired. Switching Pokemon.
What?
That Pokemon must not have been
Is he
selected.
broken?
Oh, it's Zatu.
Does Will not know how swapping works? Because newsflash, I didn't switch Pokemon.
That inflicted some damage.
Yeah, that did some damage. It did less than a third.
Stab on the battle. There, Giga Drain. Right.
What a shock. So shocking. Okay, well, our third Pokemon, Scyther, probably not going to do much here.
Just one Pokemon remains. Oh,
All right, well, Zatu is flying Psychic type, so
on faces 2 now.
Pursuit would be
Real battle.
super effective, but Scyther's special attack not super high, so also Pursuit's power quite low, like 40. So a super or a a stab wing attack is 90. A super effective Pursuit is 80. So and our physical attack's way higher than our special attack. So I think it's a pretty big no-brainer that wing attack is pretty much the move to use unless resisted, in which then honestly if wing attack is resisted, I like
That one
guess we'd have to use Pursuit, because honestly, Swift.
It's a fierce battle.
Does Swift work like it does in Gen 1? Will Swift hit here? All right, come on, Gen 1 glitch. Don't fail me now.
What's this?
No! That would have worked in Stadium 1.
Drilled a weakness.
That would have definitely have worked in Stadium 1.
Both competitors. How's that? That's it.
You survived? Wow, okay.
There it goes. That inflicted some damage.
Well, can't say I am shocked. That team was not destined for great things. That team was a lot of babies. All right, let's see what our next team is going to be. Okay, off to a fantastic start. You know, you love seeing Pokemon like Hoot Hoot. I don't even know what to say, man. All right, Grand Bull. Grand Bull is a solid Pokemon if it has a normal type move. I have no idea if Grand Bull has a normal type move. I think we've played Grand Bull. Grand Bull is slow as dirt. So, Grand Bull does have that problem. Rapidash's moveset is the Gen 1 moveset, which in Gen 1 was great. In Gen 2, where Rap has been nerfed, Fire Spin, not great. All right, Delibird, as we've pointed out, does not have enough defense or HP to beat even one Pokemon. Machop, okay. I don't think we've ever thrown out Machop. And I imagine we probably still aren't throwing out Machop. Diglett, okay. You know, Diglett has probably got Fissure. And, you know, with Fissure, there's always a chance. All right, well, you know, it's certainly a team of scrappy underdogs. I wouldn't say it's a team of winners, that's for sure. In fact, I'd say a lot of these Pokemon are underrated. Hoot Hoot, not great. Delibird, not great. Grand Bull probably actually is a good Pokemon, but not highly played. So yeah, definitely a team of underdogs. Fly. Who am I kidding? You have no stats. You're never seeing play. Okay, Grand Bull. 149 attack. That's actually like the highest physical attack we've seen like of any Pokemon. Headbutt, 90 power move. It'll never really ever flinch. Sorry, not 90. 105 power move because it's 70 power plus stab. So Grand Bull straight up better than Miltank except for the speed. Miltank was fast, so. But unlike Miltank, we have 50% more attack. So I think we'll probably take that trade. Regardless, Grand Bull, very solid. Rapidash. I already know what Rapidash looks like. Yep, Fire Spin Toxic is really it. And unfortunately, in Gen 1, Fire Spin Toxic, pretty good. In Gen 2, Fire Spin Toxic, basically useless. So, Rapidash is basically there for Stomp and Speed. Delibird, as we have mentioned, great moves. Unfortunately, does not have enough HP or defensive stats to use them. Like, Blizzard, not too bad. Especially Stab. Fly with Stab, not great, but it's not bad either. But unfortunately, it just can't take a hit. Like, Delibird gets two-shot by everything. So, and it's not faster than anything either. All right, Machop. Cross chop, earthquake. Not fast even a little bit. Honestly, Machop will if we end up winning and we go against Koga, we'll definitely bring Machop. And Diglett dig. Diglett dig, Diglett dig, trio. Earthquake fissure. That's all I needed to see. You're coming along. All right. At this point, I don't know who our third Pokemon is, but we're definitely bringing Diglett, and we are bringing Granbull. I keep on bringing Delibird, and it just keeps on doing nothing. I don't know if I should continue the streak of bringing Delibird and having it do nothing. I want to say I could bring Rapidash and at least try and get a flinch, whereas Delibird just dies. So, we can't bring Diglett first because Xatu gets played first a lot, so we don't want to throw out Diglett into Xatu. So I think we'll start with Granbull because it's the most neutral, and then Rapidash Diglett.
Following the challenger's victories over the gym leader, the Elite Four have barred the way. The leadoff battler is Will, the psychic Pokemon user.
All right, what do you got? Okay. Will he use Fly? I guess it doesn't matter because I can't do anything if he does use Fly.
They go into battle mode. There's the shot. Yes, it's a hit.
I did basically exactly. Darn it. I was going to say that basically did exactly half. There was a chance we could survive the next attack. Are you serious?
Hot battle is unfolding.
That's how little damage Headbutt did? Does it not understand that I have 150 or 149 physical attack? Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, Granbull's gonna die. Ah.
There's the attack. Great hit. Yes, it's going down. The next Pokemon needs
All right,
to be
well,
prepared.
I don't know what we could do here.
Oh, it's
Rapidash has to beat it. There is no other option.
They're both hanging tough.
Okay, at least we're faster, so, you know, there's always a chance of flinch.
What
Two
now?
shot.
A light
Oh, come on. I know it doesn't have stat. Okay, at least there's that. But unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a three shot, so
continue.
feels bad.
What's this? The hit glanced right off.
Flinch. Oh, okay.
A sharp attack. That's it. Wow, that's changed. Sparks are flying from
2 for 2 on special defense drops. So this is about to be the Diglett use fissure and prey
Right, that's a hit.
run.
Oh, and down it goes.
Because after this Rapidash gets knocked out by whatever's next, we're gonna have to use fissure and prey.
Pokemon. Oh, it's Clefable. The heated action continues.
Okay. What could I do to give myself the highest chance of winning? Diglett's male. Clefable is female. Does it tract? No, I think attract only works on the current Pokemon.
They're eyeing each other warily.
Yeah, there's nothing I could do. I guess we just try and stomp our way to victory. Not happening.
How's that? That was a close.
Oh, Rapidash, man, you are just
It's up
so weak.
The commands are made. What next? A light hit.
Only 3 more flinches to go. Oh my God.
Immobilized.
Maybe 4 more flinches. No, 3 more. 3 more. The 4th one will knock it out. We totally could get 5 flinches in a row. I don't know the odds of that. They're pretty low. Yeah, we're not going to live that. Oh, wow. Even with a special defense. Oh my god, now we have 2 special defense drops. Holy crap, we might have done enough damage where Diglett doesn't even need to use Fissure. I think Diglett could just Earthquake. Oh my god!
The white-hot battle continues. Combatants face each other.
Bro, Air Force, did you see 3 flinches? Was that on your bingo card? Because I didn't see it coming. Okay, well, I think we did enough chip damage where Diglett will at least be able to knock it out. And we know for a fact Diglett is way faster than Clefable. I think we'll use Slash. It has the more embarrassing factor. Oh, yeah. All right, it's all down to Fissure. Okay, definitely Fissure. Diglett couldn't beat Executor if you paid it to. Unfortunately, we'll get 1 shot by Giga Drain. Yep. Okay, well, it was nice knowing you. Unfortunately, this was not the king of Diglets. This was just a scrub Diglett. Unfortunately, not a Chad Diglett. A Chad Diglett would have hit that Fissure. All right, let's get our next team. Oh my, we're just gonna keep with the tradition, huh? Of our first Pokemon being absolutely unplayably bad. Okay. Fine. Fine. All right, Pichu. You know, I think Parasect is also relatively unplayable because of how many 2 times weaknesses it has, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Ninetales, okay. I don't know what moves Ninetales has. That could be a good Pokemon. It could also be a bad Pokemon. I think Golem has Magnitude, so Golem is the ultimate luck-based Pokemon. Which, as we know, we like luck-based Pokemon because they have high upside. Even though they have low side, high upside is what you want. Victory Bell, that's solid. We actually have a team of Pokemon. We have a team of playable Pokemon. This is good. Okay, I Gligar might have use. Black Air Force, I understand Parasect has Spore, but unfortunately in this game, it's a 1 turn sleep, and usually the 1 turn is the turn it wakes up. AKA the first turn. So, unfortunately, sleep is basically nerfed to the point where it's actually just unusable in Stadium 1 and 2. Alright. Pichu. The only Pokemon that will absolutely not see play no matter how hard I try. Okay, well, you know, with Thunder and Headbutt, we don't have to worry about that. It would never see play anyways. All right, Parasect. Giga Drain slash
Steve.
Sport. Hey, John. Did Speed send you the link on the AI team predictor thing?
No, you did not.
Okay, let me send you this.
You want me to look it up? Oh, yeah.
Uh, all right, check this out. Plug in the team that we have and Will and see what will happen. I did not use the program that Speed sent just because plugging everything in every single time would just take too long, and I didn't want to take away from the flow of the stream.
Okay, Pichu.
All right, Golem. As expected, magnitude 137 physical attack. So Golem is technically weaker than Granbull. Victory Bell.
Ninetales.
Hey, we got sleep powder.
So-
Nice. Ooh, solar beam is my only real attacking move. Not nice. All right, Gligar. No! Where's the Pokemon Stadium Gligar? The one that has Earthquake. The one that I played in Gen 2. All right. Okay, 106 attack. So feint attack is useless to us. 116 speed, so it's just a little too slow.
So this is Bugsy you talking about, or
No, we're about to face Will.
Bill? Okay. Bill, wait for round one. Okay, so it says most likely 42% is going to be Clefairy, Giraffe Ray, Zaku, right? 14% will be Zatu, Clefable, Executor. Number 14% is Kagabra, Zatu, Clefable. So Clefable and Zaku tend to show up regardless, right?
Okay. Okay.
and
Well,
then,
unfortunately, I don't have anything good against Clefable.
That's probably why you keep seeing it out.
and-
Jinx, Executor, Zatu, and the rest are all 4% or 1%. So yeah, most likely Zatu and Clefable will always come out.
Well,
if you're
Zatu,
playing
or not Zatu, Clefable counters my entire team, and there's nothing I have good against Clefable. Clefable has Blizzard and Thunderbolt, so nothing on my
Fire
team can
Blast.
win. Yeah, Fire Blast too. Nothing can beat Clefable. All right.
No.
Interesting. Ninetales is actually just Entei in disguise.
Is that worse?
It's just straight up Entei in disguise because Entei had like 102 special attack.
My new Ninetales is probably the best counter to Clefable.
Because it just doesn't really have a weakness for Clefable to exploit.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Ninetales will 3-shot with Fire Blast and probably, I don't know,
If it gets a burn.
11-shot with Quick Attack.
I'm just saying it's the most the only one that's not weak for it. Sleep Power growth is pretty handy.
Unfortunately, this game only has up to 3 turns of sleep, and the first turn you use sleep powder is the first turn of sleep, so it really only has 2 turns of sleep.
Still useful.
Not when every single Pokemon on his entire team has Psychic.
True. Not like you got a good team though.
No,
count
this
Psychic.
team is so dead. Okay. Ninetales.
Golem Parasect.
I feel like the only thing a Golem can beat is Giraffe Rig.
Zatu, if it gets
Zatu is
off.
Giga Drain.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay. So Golem's out.
Yeah,
It's gonna be quite
Golem
deadly.
Victory Bell can't beat anything, so I guess it's got to be Ninetales, Parasect, Gligar.
Gligar, really?
I know
Uh,
it's
the-
such a bad team, but
No,
Golem.
I think you know. I think you gotta go Victory Bell over Gligar, even though it's weak to Psychic. It's faster. It's got some strong attacks. So I don't know.
That's fine. I'm good with that. At this point, we just have to pray for the maximum amount of turns of sleep.
Following the challengers' victories over the gym leaders, the Elite Four have
Don't get me wrong.
marched
This
away.
team's terrible.
Lead off
Like if you win, it'll be like a Christmas miracle.
Well, you're certainly right about Clefable.
Yep. Just go for 5 bars and hope you get the burn or a crit.
What's the opening
Burn. Well,
great hit?
I guess the burn can turn into a definite 3-shot.
A right hit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that wasn't bad. I thought Psychic
Yeah,
would do
that's
at
why
least
I
a
said
third, not a
Ninetales.
fourth. I guess 122
Oh.
special defense is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Both get ready to go.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, oh, it's the only thing that doesn't get super effectively hit, and it's quite strong. Oh, nice! You got the burn.
Ah, I don't know if the burn will finish it off. It's gonna survive at like 3.
You got quick attack.
Yeah, I
which is,
do. The one time quick attack is able to knock something out.
Yeah.
There, quick attack.
Now it doesn't matter what he sends out. If he sends out Zach 2 or whoever else he's got left.
That failed.
This reminds me of the time that Flareon just KO'd the entire team.
Oh, he's gone with number 1. So the one at the back is Zector or Zach 2. So he was Zector or Zach 2. Nice. That's good damage. Alright, even though he's going to kill you here, that's fine. Switch into Parasect now, because you
Yeah.
can't do anything against
Yep.
Parasect.
I mean, it can, but yeah, I got you.
But he's either going to swap or he's going to stay in.
Oh, it's Parasect.
What does Parasect have?
4.
2 Pokemon remain on each side. Sparks are flying for both teams.
None of my
I guess you can
attacks
go Fury.
yeah, between Slash and Giga Drain, they're gonna 3-shot, so I have to go Spore.
Go Spawn and just go Fury cover.
Prepare for battle.
Hopefully this is not a 1%.
Great hit.
Okay.
Alright. So hopefully this is a 2-turn one.
A spore.
Hello, Deep Fried Oreos. Welcome to stream.
Uh-oh, it fell asleep.
Oh, I'm only looking at the first
All
one,
right.
Andrew, and
So,
so Fury cover.
yeah, we're gonna have to go Fury Cutter, and fingers crossed
well.
we can build up enough Fury Cutters to where the next Pokemon we can knock it out with Fury Cutter.
Hopefully the next one's Zector, not Zach 2.
Appears to be in perfect.
Yeah, because Executor's 4 times weak.
Heated action continues.
Well, that and Victory Bell's also got the poison move. Zach 2.
Oh, it's Zatu.
That's neutral, right?
Yeah. Skill should do. So now should be doing void damage. Okay.
That's a second turn stab Fury Cutter.
Yeah, you really need 3 turns. So just go Spore and just hope that.
Oh,
uh,
it has Fly. It's gonna knock us out.
Whoa, it flew up high.
well,
There's nothing we
what
can
should we
do.
go on, Mike?
We could
This
swap.
is the most common.
Low move.
This is the most common thing
Sparks are
according
flying
to
for
the
both
website.
teams.
No, don't swap.
That's not a
Don't
good
swap.
swap out either.
Don't
Like they're
swap.
just we're doomed.
You rather have him at the back
Well, Victor Bell's not faster than Zatu, so he's just gonna fly again.
Skill, he'll survive one fly.
You know, deep fried Oreos, I wish we had Golem for that moment, but the thing is, it really wouldn't have mattered. If we did have Golem, yes, he would have done no damage, and then he would have outsped me and used Giga Drain, so Golem still would not have been helpful.
So use growth.
But I'm using Sleep Powder first.
Oh, because he's using Psychic. Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
every single Pokemon in his entire team has Psychic. All of them.
Sorry, I thought he was going to use Fly. Okay, well, yeah.
That's all right. You know, it is what it is when Will just has a good matchup against your team. Like, our Pokemon were actually quite good. It was just that they're just so weak to Will's moves.
Yeah.
Plus, Clefable.
Was the reason.
Clefable is a difficult Pokemon to play against or play around.
Oh, 100%.
I actually think that Clefable is the best Pokemon as a whole team. It's surprising he doesn't bring Clefable more.
All right. So back to random.
Oh my god, our first non-baby versus Pokemon. All right. Okay, solid. I recall Pinsir doesn't really have anything other than Vice Grip, so it's not like Pinsir's good, it's just meh. Okay,
It'll change the way we'll pick our pod.
yeah, you know, not every team can be perfect. Ooh.
Into cool.
Okay, the team is definitely taking a nosedive.
All right.
Ooh, half his Pokemon have Giga Drain.
And right, last one is.
I don't know if my Clefable gets good moves, but regardless, it could be a good Pokemon.
So, most common is Kagabra lead, and the top three are all Kagabra. Then the second Pokemon is always Zatu, and the third Pokemon is between Clefable, Ray, Jinx. With
you already inputted the team.
Clefable, yeah, I was going as you're picking one Pokemon at a time. Clefable, Ray, what's that third Pokemon? Zatu, 14% chance, but the rest are Kagabra, Zatu, and then either Clefable, Ray, Jinx, with a very small percent chance of something else. So most likely, unless you get that random 1% chance or 4% chance of something else, it's going to be Kagabra lead.
Unfortunately, this team can't win.
No, it can't. Do you have anything good against Kagabra?
There's too much poison or low special defense. Especially since you said he's starting with Kadabra, there's just no way.
Go down. Down. There.
Vice Grip. Oh.
Yep. And then Clefable. Interesting.
Ice Punch, Headbutt.
Yeah, go start with Clefable. I'm sorry. Just go Headbutt.
Okay.
Or Pinsir, unless Pinsir's got something.
Pinsir doesn't do anything. He's got Vice Grip as well.
Does he have Guillotine?
That is a good question. I never considered that. Nope.
I just have Fury Cutter.
Kingler does though. Yeah,
that's
but
a
he's
special
not going to
thing.
survive enough turns to get the amount of Fury Cutters you need.
True. I think yeah, like Babel will start with them and
Yeah.
Pincer, and then I don't know.
I think it's Kingler just for guillotine.
Yeah, what's Neo Queen got?
Does it matter? Nido Queen's a 2-shot against every single thing on his team.
Yeah, but special defense. I'm thinking. So it
No,
might
no,
survive.
no.
You're not gonna have
It
to-
will, all of his Pokemon will bring Nido Queen down to like 60 HP after Psychic. It'll get 2-shot by every single thing, except for maybe
yeah,
Giraffe
but
Rig.
Body Slam might paralyze. Blah blah blah. You know you got.
Yeah, and you know what? You know what's better than that? Kingler might just knock it out with Guillotine.
True, but would
It does.
Will
It will
even
do a lot
survive
more than
one-
Nido Queen will.
will even survive one hit though? Of
course it'll survive one hit, The only thing it won't survive one hit against is Kadabra with Thunder Punch.
No one's in the chat today.
A lot of people, more people are in the vertical chat today.
And he just hopped on.
Okay.
Hey.
We'll swap over to the Jackbox chat. There we go. Ice Punch.
Here's the first move.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
That was good.
Okay, a third. That's almost like I expected.
Vicious attack. That had to hurt.
Less than
Nice.
half? What?
The heated action continues.
I mean, I know it wasn't stabbing all, but come on.
Yeah, I know.
How's that?
Here's another psychic. Too bad you don't have a single dark type. You can just do Encore and make it stuck.
Some
Oh.
that was a high range. That I don't know
No.
why you're shocked. I knew that wasn't gonna one shot.
A psychic blast.
I don't have a Pokemon that's faster than Xatu either. Oh my god, we lived. Wow.
Yeah, you just.
Unfortunately, I
So,
don't-
so
It's
he got
pretty
the 14% having that 2 lead instead of Kadabra.
all right, whatever Pokemon he throws out, I'm using Metronome.
Oh, it's Clefable. Foe is
Oh my god. Oh well, it's probably better than me.
one Pokemon.
Yeah, look at its HP.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than me.
The other one looks tired. They're
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yay! He did a dumb swap out. I get to Metronome for free.
Oh, it's Executor.
Let's see
Why
what-
is it
No,
roll
I should have ice
explosion?
punched.
What an opportunity. It's building a
What?
power for
We're
Oh,
what?
no.
No, I'm using Razor Wind.
Pokemon Switch tab on
Yep.
tap. What's this?
You couldn't
that's
have
the
made
only
Razor Wind
part.
at least a flying type move. Come on.
A furious attack.
I know.
It literally has feathers.
Yes, it's going down.
Did you bring Pincer?
We're eagerly awaiting the appearance
Sure
of the
did.
next Pokemon.
Yeah, Fury Cutter. It'll two-shot it.
Pinsir.
And then it'll get a third boost and might one-shot the next Pokemon.
The Clefable? No, doubtful.
Volteed.
Why not? It'll
A
be
Fable has the bull.
it'll
A
be
plus,
Ace
a
Power,
plus
one of
3
those
Fury Cutter
smart
might
cards.
do a 4th to Clefable.
That inflicted some damage.
Jesus.
The heated action
Yeah,
continues.
but you're going one-shot it now.
This might knock it out.
No, that didn't connect.
Oh, unless you miss. No, it would knock
Fuck
it
it,
out.
just make Fury Cutter 100% accurate. I don't care anymore.
No. Did you see how much damage that first Fury Cutter did? If you multiply the damage by 2, it still wouldn't knock it out.
Why? Wait. So
Razor
Wouldn't
Wind
it be,
did like 40 or 50 damage. That Fury Cutter did like 25.
so it would do 50 damage.
Yeah.
Still, it was the only chance, unfortunately.
Do it! Do it, Diglett couldn't. Yes! You're better than Diglett. All right, you got to do this again. I understand I'm asking a lot of you, but first you need to outspeed Clefable, which I'm thinking you can do. And then second of all, you need to hit another one of those, because this Clefable, he's got a Thunderbolt, and it's going right for your face.
Kingler has more base speed. Kingler has 75 base speed. I think Clefable is in the 60s. So, okay.
Do it.
The only
Do
way he
it.
could have outspeed that was DD and then DD.
Miss.
Wait, miss.
Yes!
Oh!
You have another shot, Kingler. Do this. Do this for everyone that's ever lost.
You guys show that to Speed, by the way. That miss. 'Cause
No!
He doesn't believe Clefable ever misses the thunder. Yep, and you're good.
You hyped us up so high, Kingler. You did what Diglett couldn't. All you had to do was hit one more. They even gave you a freebie.
Oh, that's so funny.
All right.
Well, back to the randomizer.
That's all right. That other team wasn't the greatest anyways. But, you know, I like having a Pokemon with a chance of... Oh, no. Back to the babies. Every team but one has had start with a baby.
Anyways, nice catch him, Pat.
Thank you. Thank you. Older than most goldfish.
So, what did you get? The second one? Furo.
Fearo's a solid Pokemon, actually.
It is.
I don't know what to think about Raikou.
Raichu's okay.
I really...
Moveset, decent face stats.
I'll have to see how they nerfed it, because obviously they nerfed all of the dogs pretty heavy. Welcome back.
It's got Spark.
Okay.
That's how they nerfed it. It has Spark.
Yeah, I knew it had Spark. Quite frankly, Spark is the move you use for the vast majority of a run when you play it.
Yeah, Tentacle again.
All right.
So you got Bellsprout, Furo, Raikou, Charmeleon, Tentacle, and Marowak. Is that correct?
Deep fried Oreos. I see what you're saying about the dark type thing, but here's the thing. The dark types in this game are bad.
So do you want to know what teams are mostly?
Wait until I'm done selecting, because I wasn't able to pay attention to what you were saying last time. I was picking the Pokemon. Fearow, I actually think Fearow might be literally like the top, like, honestly, Fearow might be top like 5 greatest Pokemon.
Yep.
Because
it has Hyper Beam.
Drill Peck and Hyper Beam is so solid when they're both stab, and then you have 131 speed, which can outspeed just about everything, and 121 attack, which is significantly better than average. All right, Raikou. Umbreon's bad. I can tell you that. Umbreon, they could give you Umbreon the best moves in the whole game. It would still be bad. Houndoom has Bite as its only dark move, so it's bad as well. What was I doing? Raikou.
Murkrow was the only one, but even then, it kind of sucked.
Okay. Raikou has 130 speed and 130 special attack. That's actually like a glass cannon right there. Yeah. Actually, it's not even glass. It's 115 special. Is Raikou the best dog? Because Entei is bad. Like statistically, Entei is bad. I think Raikou might be the best dog. I don't even think Suicune gets like 130 and 2 stats.
Oh, they do, but they're defensive stats, so they don't matter as much.
Right.
Raikou got that dog in him.
Well, I like to say Raikou's got that Alakazam in him. Okay, you're right. You're right. So Raikou's all offense, Suicune's all defense.
Yeah.
And Entei is all bad.
Entei is all wrong damage category.
Yes, Entei's got
Physical
all
attack
physical attack and no physical attacks. Unless you count Rock
Entei
Smash.
has Flareon Syndrome. Entei has Flareon Syndrome.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Thunder Punch with 80 physical attack. Oof. What is Bone Rush? I didn't even know that was in Gen 2.
Bone Rush is like Fury Attack, but ground type, and also bad because it's a multi-hit random move.
80 accuracy? Oof.
I think they made it 80 accuracy because they made it 25 base power, and they thought, oh, that's enough.
Clamp has
It's
35 base power and it's 85% accurate.
What?
Yep.
What has?
Clamp.
Oh, Clamp
is 10 more power
is a
and
trapping
5 more
move.
accuracy.
Clamp is a trapping move. This is a Fury Attack clone. Clamp is good. Fury Attack isn't.
You won't be using Marowak anyway with the
Okay.
teams that popped up.
Let's
I
see.
can tell you that.
Firo. All right, let's see.
Don't want to get burned.
Trying to think. Would it even get attacked by a fire move? By anything?
Good point. Go.
It could get
Marowak
hit
and-
by Ice Punch or Blizzard though.
Probably more likely to get hit by Funga.
That makes sense. All right, Raikou, we would not want you to get. Yeah, you could have the berry. The rest of them don't particularly matter.
Probably the Confusion one for Charmeleon. And then the rest don't matter.
Yep.
Maybe Ice Berry for Marowak if you get to that.
Okay. If anybody was wondering why I spent so much time on the berries, it's because I actually think this team is capable of beating Will. Assuming John mentions Zatu right now.
So do you want me to tell you the most common ones?
Yeah, now that
So
we're
the top three are all Zatu.
yes.
Then there's Giraffe as number 2. But there's a rare one of Clefable, 14%. And then the third Pokemon's either Clefable or Executor at the back. Then there's a 14% one of Kagabra, Zatu, Giraffe Raid. And then the rest are like 4%, 1%. So if you get the 4%,
You really
1%,
should
then,
rephrase the way you're doing that. Start with the
What?
most likely team, and then
40%.
change the swap outs.
Well, the top 3 ones all got Zatu leads.
Yeah, but I'm saying
So
you only
40%
one of them is
chance.
40%, which means this is the one we should prepare for the most.
Okay. Zatu, Giraffe Raid, Clefable is 42%.
Right. Draft rig.
But the rest all have Executor on the back. So there's a chance that you'll get the
Okay, I'm not
Executor
worried about
back.
Executor. In fact, Executor would be like praise the game for giving me a Pokemon that will die to Firo. All right, so it's obviously Raikou, Firo. I just don't know who the last one is because I don't have anything that can beat a Clefable, like even a little bit.
Just go for Charmeleon is your best bet. It's better than Marowak. You're not going to use Bellsprout or Tentacle.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking. Damn it, you're right. There's just no way. All right, please start.
If you get lucky and get the Executor, you'll be happy.
Please start.
All right, let's see if this is...
Come on, you can do it. Oh wait, would he swap into Giraffe Rig if he starts with Zatu?
Yes. skill.
That's
though.
fine. That's fine. If he does
Spark
that, then I get a free spark and then swap into Firo.
Yep.
So spark. Okay.
All right, let's see. This will tell me what team he's got. Because if he's got Executor at the back, he'll swap it. Yeah.
I swear
So
this
you got
isn't
Executor
even
team.
hard because the AI is smart.
So this
it's
is a
hard because the AI
14%.
cheats.
This is great because that means we just swap into.
Or you could use Raw.
Isn't Roar always deprioritized?
Is it? In Gen 2?
Or
I
just negative priority, yes.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, don't use Raw then. Yeah.
Okay,
probably swap
Hear
out.
me out. Charmeleon.
Okay.
Because what else is Charmeleon gonna do? Now that we know there's no Clefable, Charmeleon like it's looking even better. Well,
I didn't say there's no Clefable. You got the 14% ones. It's either Draft Raid or Clefable.
oh, okay. Draft
So you
Rig we
have
can
one or
beat.
the other.
Clefable we can't.
Here comes the Pokemon Switch. Oh, it's
All right, now we're gonna get hit by Psychic. Uh-huh.
there it goes.
And then we're gonna outspeed and knock it out with Fire Blast.
What impact?
Or honestly, more likely we're gonna get it down to like 30 HP.
Combatants face each
All right.
other.
Come on, hit.
No, this means Giraffe Rig, right?
Or Clefable.
Oh, it's
No, it had to be Giraffe Rig because of Earthquake.
So it didn't have Clefable on the back. All right. Well, now you know the team.
great hit.
Nice damage.
Charmeleon is not faster than Giraffe Rig, right?
Swap.
Yeah, he's gonna use
Because if it
Earthquake.
goes for Earthquake,
The trainer's switching Pokemon. Oh, it's Firo.
Nice.
How's that? That had no
Now you
effect.
save Charmeleon for another time.
How will this Pokemon switch
I think on this one, Hyper Beam would for sure kill it. Drill Peck might not kill it.
Here's the thing, all right?
You don't want to use.
Regardless, it's gonna take. Okay, hear me out. If we were to use Hyper Beam, this isn't Gen 1. So, if it knocks out, we lose next turn anyways. So I would
Yes.
much rather take a Psychic from Giraffe Rig than a possible something from another Pokemon.
Okay. So
'Cause
Drill Peck then.
Giraffe Rig is just strictly a weaker Pokemon than the other ones he's using.
Hey, speed. Nice. You got the crit.
I don't know if
I don't know
that
if
mattered. It is Stab Drill Peck with 120 physical attack. I mean, that's like one of the best Pokemon in the game.
It's just Giraffe Ray's quite. Oh, why would you send that out?
I don't remember what the first one was. First one's that too.
Zatu.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's sent out that after you've used Drill Peck. You've shown you got Drill Peck. Oh, that was good damage.
Yep. This is why we picked the berries. We were pretty confident I could actually win this one. And as I mentioned, the Executor was like the guaranteed win. If it was Clefable, I don't know if we would win. I honestly don't think we would.
No. Alright, just go Hyper Beam because you're going to die
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
You might as well just
And
screech out.
I'm fairly confident Firo is faster because it's 130, and Zatu we've established is somewhere between 126 and 129.
Oh no! least you still
Charmeleon doesn't have enough HP remaining to survive
No,
one
you're not
Psychic.
right
We can
to.
still lose.
You're not Raikou.
Yeah, so
Oh hell. The Raikou was Spark, right?
let's be honest. This is Stadium we're talking about. We're about to get hit by Psychic and get a special drop.
True. But
And
at least,
we're
at
talking.
least it's
This
not
is
special
Spark.
attack.
It's not like it's Thunderbolt or Thunder. It's Spark.
I know.
If he
I
gets
know.
a special drop, I'm getting a beer.
Oh, you've won. You've won. Unless he gets a crit. He needs a crit, not a special drop.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, no beer for
A
me. I
special
guess.
drop is only affecting the defense and staying 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep. I knew you won once you had Raikou back will help. Sweet. That went as well as it could.
Yep.
Do you really even care about Koga's team? It's all
we
them off
lost
at
to
the
Koga?
back.
I guess the only one I care about is if he's gonna use Electrode or not.
Electrode's most of his leads. And
Okay.
his top 2 teams are all Electrode. Mark is 14%. So you got 56% chance he leads with Electrode, has Venomoth at back. You got 42% chance he's got Gligar, and you got a 14% chance he's got Ampharos.
Unfortunately, Raiku's not super effective on just about everything.
Start with Marowak.
Yeah, but oof.
So much. Yeah, it's
It
okay.
starts
It
out
can
as
only
80%
go back
accurate,
super
and
effectively.
it's slower. So it's 80% plus 1 double team at the very start at the best.
Well, nothing outspeeds Electrode.
Yeah, of course.
Nothing.
Nothing.
What's Charmeleon got? Doesn't it? It's got Dig, I guess. Fire Blast for the. Oh, it's not a great one. You know what? Just go Furo Raikou.
I think yeah, just those Pokemon probably just
The next opponent is Koga.
Plus Raikou's got Raw if he use double team shenanigans.
I don't. Is Roar even 100% accurate to begin with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
Roar's 100% accurate.
All right. Let's see. Yep. We knew this was going to be the case. It's going to go for Toxic double team. Yeah. Well,
It increased its evasion.
fortunately, you didn't really have much of a choice.
right.
Vicious attack. No, that didn't connect. It's a fierce battle.
Now it's going to go Toxic.
Yep.
Nasty toxic. The poison will steadily weaken the victim. A sharp attack.
Hit.
Whoa.
Nice. Nice.
It managed
Nice.
to hang in
Oh, no.
All right,
Oh.
Thrash it is.
Oh.
The ninja technique of being a little bitch.
Oh, I wasn't going to say Thrash. I was going to say do Funga Punch.
It doesn't matter.
It's crashing.
It does not matter.
Yeah, no, because then you're not locked in to Thrash for the next Pokemon.
Full of going up.
Oh, you are locked in.
One looks tired.
The moment I get confused, I was gonna swap out anyways. With Toxic, I was only gonna be keeping Marowak out for a guaranteed 2 to 3 turns, so Thrash was perfectly fine.
How's that? Oh my, missed again.
I basically got one more turn, and then I was gonna swap out Marowak anyways.
It raised its evasiveness. What's this? Oh,
You don't have 100 like one that knows like Swift or something.
One of these two have quick attack. I think it's Raikou.
No, don't use Quick Attack. Just use Raw.
But they have the
switch
same.
out.
They have the same percent to hit. Why
Oh,
wouldn't I just
accuracy.
use the move that can knock it out?
aware of it.
You're right. You're right.
It's not like Roar can't be affected by accuracy.
True.
Oh, it's Raikou. The opponent is weak. What an opportunity.
Yeah, does Raw get affected by accuracy? Let's see.
It increased its evasiveness. What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle?
That's right, I'm faster than a ball. And I can hit a
Raw
ball.
doesn't get
It has no strength left.
Raw doesn't get affected by accuracy.
What? Really?
Yeah. Doesn't matter now.
What will be
No, I literally do not believe you. I need to look this up myself.
Oh, it's Liger.
Yeah, it says it right here. It says
Hold on, I'll look at
Liger.
Pokemon accuracy. Or sorry, not accuracy, sorry, roar.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Oh, no,
Pokemon
no, that's
Pokemon DB doesn't
Gen
say
6
anything
onward.
about accuracy.
They're eyeing each other
Sorry,
up.
Gen 6 onwards. Sorry.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay, well, literally, I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with Raikou, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Roar because he's guaranteed to use Double Team on turn 1.
You
All
motherfucker.
toxic.
No, he's guaranteed to use Double Team on turn 1. He always goes Double Team then Toxic. But if I were to swap out, then he would still use a Double Team. At least with Roar, I get a chance of swapping him out.
Yep. Nice. Then this is the one that we want to get rid of. So Sparxes.
The commands are made. What next?
Nice.
Paralyzed, nice.
It increased its
I
Yeah, you
evasiveness.
swap
assume
out now.
this Venomoth can hit
Battle is unfolding.
Marowak.
Probably. You could go Marowak. Oh no. You could go.
They have to go
and
Fearow.
Just try and do real peck. Yeah,
Is Venomoth bug poison?
it's bomb poison.
Yeah.
All right, so Drill Peck. Got it.
Bug poison. Though in earlier games, it's psychic flying for some reason.
Yes, that's very
Yeah.
true. Wink, wink.
Appears to be the plan.
That's why Springer has it, right?
The flow of battle.
Yeah.
It would have been cool if it was Psychic Bug. Nice.
There are a
One
few
now.
psychic bug types, like Dottler from Galar.
Just one Pokemon remains.
Alright, Drill Peck, Hyper.
I haven't taken my poison damage for the turn.
Back for another go. It's down to the last Pokemon.
Ah, I never took my poison damage. Ha, suck it.
Pokemon is 3 to
Oh, wait.
1. Battle has become
You know what you could do?
Toxic.
Just to be like Koga, Toxic.
Yeah, I was thinking that actually.
Not,
I was thinking I
Not-
got
not
3
unique,
Pokemon.
dude.
He could literally just straight up die of toxic damage at this point. I won't have to hit a double
Yeah.
team
The poison
at all.
steadily weaken the victim.
yeah. And now he'll go double team and he'll think he's been smart.
Ah, it raised
And now
its
just Drill
evasiveness.
Peck the whole time. Don't even bother with Hyper Beam. Because of a low accuracy.
Showing signs of fatigue yet. What's this? That was a glancing blow.
Oh, nice, you hit.
That's so little.
Not that knows. He's just going to get nothing but double team, but he's slowly dying as well.
It's still padding its stats. It's a
Cool.
fierce battle.
You've won as long as
There is
Yeah,
no
you
as long
won.
as there's literally no way he could beat 3 Pokemon from here.
no, not unless he had Earthquake, which he doesn't. They didn't give Guy Earthquake in Gen 2. Sandstorm. Wow.
Marowak isn't affected by Sandstorm, right?
No.
Nah, it's a ground
What?
type.
That means nothing to
Neither
me.
is Gligar because it's a ground type.
The only time, I mean, just from context clues, I've only figured out that I think Sandstorm doesn't hit ground and steel types.
It also
And
doesn't
rock.
affect rock types because, you know, it gives them a special defense boost, but that's later on.
That's later gens.
Yeah, it's Gen
That's
4.
not Gen 2.
Sandstorm first.
Yeah.
Both Pokemon show
In
signs
Gen-
of fatigue.
2, the advantage is instead that it does a lot of damage per turn. It's
Oh wow,
1/8.
you got the hit.
I mean,
You
it was
can
gonna
lose to
die
see
whether it hit it or
Pokemon.
not that turn.
All right, Bruno time. Bruno.
Yes, yes, I like having myself a good flying type against Bruno.
So you're not gonna like this. His
You-
lead Pokemon, 56% chance is Kangaskhan. He always has Machamp.
Well, he always
So
has
it just
Machamp no
changes
matter
whether
what.
he's got- Yeah, it just changes whether he's got Blastoise or Golem.
What other moves did Kangaskhan have? Because as far as I know, it only has Dizzy Punch.
Dizzy Punch, Bite, Reversal, Rock Smash. Pretty crap moves, but Dizzy Punch is quite an annoying move to deal with.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that has a high upside. So it's, we know for a fact he's basically going to have Kangaskhan and Machamp. What about the third?
The third one is either going to be Blastoise or Golem. This changes significantly.
Oh,
obviously.
oh, man.
Yeah, like Raikou for Blastoise, but then if it's Golem, it's like, yeah. Game look at Bellsprout.
Does Golem have Earthquake?
Technically cool. Yes.
Dang it.
Wait, does it? Let's see. No, Magnitude.
Oh. So you're saying
right?
Tentacool is actually my best option.
Unless it's Blastoise, which would be a worse option.
Well, I'm bringing Raikou and Fearow, so I have Raikou for Blastoise. I'm starting with Fearow. Or no, sorry, no. I'm starting with Raikou.
Okay.
We're
Then,
starting with it's Raikou, Fearow, Tentacool.
Okay.
Marowak just does nothing.
Yeah. And Charmeleon does nothing unless you get the burn with Fire Blast, which. Yeah, I think you're right to go with Fearow, Raikou, Tentacruel.
Raikou, Fearow, Tentacool.
Raikou. What happens if he's got the Blastoise at the back and you've wasted him?
Okay, but here's the thing. I need Fearow for Machamp. Like, I obviously have to have Fearow for Machamp. So Fearow can't go first because he's not going to start with Machamp. We've seen him play this enough times, and he started with Kangaskhan, I think 70% of the time. He started with Blastoise like 30% of the time, so you're definitely right. There's a chance. But Raikou's good against both. And I've never seen him start with Machamp, Heracross, or Onix.
He never starts with Machamp.
Yeah, he never starts with Machamp. Actually, maybe he's used Heracross one time first, but basically never. It's basically always Kangaskhan and Blastoise, and Raikou's my best option against Raikou and Blastoise.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, if you get the team that's got Blastoise at the back and you've lost Raikou, makes it much harder to win.
Yes, I agree, but there's not much I can do about that, and it really goes down to do I get confused with Dizzy Punch? If I get confused with Dizzy Punch, it just doesn't matter. I was gonna lose anyways.
All right, which one is this?
Nice. Now the question is, will he swap out into Golem?
That's 14% chance too. Oh wait, I'll just check the 14%.
I gotta go for Spark. If he swaps out into Golem, so be it.
It's Golem in the back, not Golem. This one, the same. It's even better for you because Onix just sucks.
Nice. Does this Onix have Earthquake?
Onix has got Jig, Rock Throw, Rage, Slam. All right.
Oh, so you're saying he's gonna use Dig, huh?
Yeah. So you could go Fearow, man.
Does Fearow even do anything at this point?
Just put him in champ, but like I doubt he's going to go Rock Throw on you.
They're eyeing each other warily.
Okay, let's put it this way. It doesn't matter what I swap into because he's gonna waste this turn using dig. So I'm gonna throw a tentacle just in case he goes with rage or or rock throw.
Or you just attack with quick attack and then swap. Oh no, flash. You got flash?
Oh, I
Or
do
no,
have
right
flash.
click?
You're right.
The trainer hasn't
Yeah,
seen
just,
the
or even roar if you really want to just get rid of him. Oh, I know, negative priority. Don't worry, just flash. Yeah,
Okay.
make it even less accurate.
Oh, an abrupt
It's
Pokemon
fuck.
switch.
What?
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 Oh, it's Machamp.
Why? What?
Machamp has earthquake, so this makes sense.
Yeah, skill though.
Accuracy is down.
Why did he swap into the Onyx in the first place?
Quick tab on the battle. And yet,
You
What?
Pokemon switch.
Huh?
Pokemon is
You break the game, Steve?
Okay, hear me out. I throw out Firo, so we're going toxic.
It's gonna go Rock Throw.
So
How will this Pokemon
I think you broke the game with Raikou.
if you're for sure thinking it's gonna use rock throw, then I need to swap in a tentacle.
Well, it is gonna go Rock Throw.
You don't know this.
It's the only move.
We
it gives
we
you.
we 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 thought we figured. See, he's not. He's not. I told you he would. I could have had
What?
toxic.
I've never seen Bruno do this. This is like the most.
What does Blastoise even have?
Also changing Pokemon.
I think you broke the game, Steve.
What does Blastoise have? Because this is our worst. This is our worst. Look.
Surf, Blizzard.
Newly
Oh no, Surf, Ice Punch, Dynamic Punch, Headbutt.
Oh
You
wait,
probably
those
just
are
stay
those
in
are all fine
Sludge
against
Bomb.
us. We're not.
Yeah, it's just Sludge Bomb.
Actually, yeah, I should open up the Elite Four on my browser.
He hasn't
I knew
even
he was
attacked
like, what?
one time yet. He's swapped out like 5
You know-
times.
The Pokemon
Can you
appears.
go Sludge Bomb?
Yeah, I did.
Nice. This has got a chance of poison. Good damage on the champ. Oh, what?
It's a tentacle.
wait.
What did you expect?
I know.
Tentacle has a special attack of the used mattress.
Other way around. Physical.
Well, it's not special attack, it's physical.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
what you
he
meant.
also has the physical attack of a used mattress.
Hey, he didn't swap out, Steve.
Oh my god, he attacked. Wow. What a shock.
Alright, Trill Peck. Oh, dude, Toxic. I could say, he didn't swap out. He didn't swap out. Can you believe it?
Maybe the swap outs are like full heals. He'll get some. Oh my god, he got a crit.
Oh.
Alright, well, I gotta throw out Raikou now.
To be prepared. They're ready to go.
It's faster, so it should knock out Machamp.
From its Pokeball. Will this
Unless he
Onyx
swaps out to
formation?
Onyx again.
The number of remaining Pokemon.
Actually, I'm
Plays in there,
perfectly
very
fine with
Pokemon.
him swapping out into Onyx.
Trainer switching Pokemon.
Because
I
this
say, though, if you had Tentacle, if he'd swapped into Onyx, you can surf.
What will it do? That caused no damage at all. How will this newly switched out Pokemon
He's going to take one turn to do.
Yep,
dig,
yep.
so
I'm gonna use Flash.
damage. Flash, yeah.
What's this?
Suck it, Onyx.
Yes, it's working.
Yep.
It dug its way underground.
That dig animation looked so wrong. He should be digging straight down with his head. Instead, he dug down by spitting.
They prepare for battle.
Yeah, Tentacles should be able to take this.
Here comes the
Tentacle,
Pokemon.
sorry.
I agree. I don't know if Tentacle's faster than Onyx. Onyx one stat is
Oh.
speed.
A furious attack. It's
Maybe
the
this is a
Brandon.
terrible idea going like that. Yeah.
How will this Pokemon switch affect the flow of battle?
Alright.
No! Stop doing this, Bruno!
Pokeball.
He's gonna go Blastoise here.
To reveal its Pokemon.
Oh.
What's next?
I've never seen me, Bruno do
This
this.
stupid. If his Machamp didn't get a freaking crit against Firo, we would be perfectly fine right now.
Yeah. Except Cross Chop's got a good chance of getting crit too, so. wasn't
Yeah.
That unlucky.
This Pokemon is switching
It's
out.
like double the chances or something, isn't it?
Yeah, but still,
This Pokemon
it's also not super accurate. It's 50% accurate.
What now? The hit glance.
You know, the problem is he's just gonna swap types as soon as you
How will this newly switched out Pokemon
go
fare?
Spark.
What if I go Roar? No, because then he's just
Yeah.
gonna swap out again after next turn. He'll just swap out again.
True, true. I guess you could just go Flash or something.
Or we could swap out into Tentacruel early.
True.
Then he'll just swap out again.
Wait, and then what? And then what? Yeah.
The trainer's switching Pokemon.
This is getting annoying. We can't land
I
a
hope
single
you-
hit.
The Pokemon emerges from
I've never seen the AI act like this, by the way. This is
Okay,
like
well
really
he's gonna
weird
swap out into
information.
Blastoise. So
also changing Pokemon.
what do we want to do?
So remember, Onyx is sorry.
How will this Pokemon
Go for like a Sludge Bomb. Try and get the poison off. I don't know what else are you gonna do.
I feel like at this point I just have to go for Blizzard because I mean, what is Sludge Bomb really gonna do
Why?
other than chip damage? So let's put it this way: if
Well,
I use Sludge Bomb, then I'll deal chip damage to the Blastoise. Then we're gonna swap into Raikou. Raikou's gonna get hit by another Headbutt. The Headbutt's gonna do more damage than the Sludge Bomb was gonna do, so he's still going to be out ahead in this transaction.
But Blizz-
If I use Blizzard,
Blizzard's gonna
yes, it
do
will do
less
less damage,
damage.
but at least there's a chance of freeze, and the chance of freeze will give me the advantage.
issued a command?
It's 10% chance versus 30% chance of poison. And poison, if he keeps swapping out, he's still going to get chip damage every turn.
I feel like I don't believe you that it's a 30% chance. That seems high.
Oh, an abrupt Pokemon switch.
Let me just double check.
The Pokemon appears with a cry.
30% chance of poison.
Nailed the weak spot.
Oh wow, I got a
It
crit
hasn't
and
done
poison.
What
Okay.
impact will this Pokemon
Now it's worth a swap out into Raikou because I'm gonna take Headbutt damage.
Here comes the Pokemon switch.
At this point, we've kind of figured out what he's gonna do.
Pokeball opens
It's
to
not good
reveal
for
the
us.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
How's that? That was a glancing blow.
Alright.
How will this newly
Just
switched
go
out
for,
Pokemon fare?
yep.
The Pokemon
Nice.
is returning to its Pokeball.
Wait a second, we could just keep swapping. Swap, 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 swap. Then the Blastoise will die.
Until he can't swap. Yeah,
The other trainer
That's
is
why I said
also
the poison.
changing Pokemon.
because the freeze wouldn't.
Pokemon emerges from its
It's going to be
Pokeball.
doing that swap shenanigans, and you're not getting
Pokemon switch
further.
affects the flow of battle. Switching Pokemon. That Pokemon must not have been the right choice. This Pokemon is
I
rejoining the
I would
battle.
like to know why the AI is doing this.
Will it be okay? The other trainer is also changing.
At least it's not a stalemate anymore.
Yeah, you're
Pokemon
slowly
appears
winning
with a cry.
by a poison chip.
Sweet.
What
At a
is
certain
that?
point, it will
Pokemon
not
is
swap
now on
out
the
because it'll be like, oh, it's too low health.
It's the revolving door of Pokemon.
This is the worst.
The Pokeball
Oh, I know what.
opens
At the point we think quick attack will knock it out is when we stop swapping.
The other trainer is also changing Pokemon. This Pokemon
Yeah,
is back.
yeah, but that makes no sense either.
How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare?
Well, okay.
They prepare for battle. And yet another Pokemon switch.
The announcer's just as confused as we are.
The
I was gonna
Pokemon
say though,
returns
the
with
next swap,
Pokeball.
just kill it with tentacle,
Poison. Will it
with
be
like
okay? The other trainer
like-
is also
Like a
changing
surf?
Pokemon.
Yeah,
with
that makes sense.
Sludge Bomb. Okay. Because
At-
then like
At some point, he has to throw out Machamp or get hit by a surf.
Additional damage in an already difficult
Yeah.
situation.
he might not swap out
How
now.
will this Pokemon
This might be
switch
the
affect
No,
time where he doesn't
I
swap
want to
out.
be into Tentacruel or Tentacool.
Okay.
Unless you're saying right now he won't swap out, in which then swapping into Tentacruel will
yeah,
kill Tentacruel.
You know what? Go with your heart. Go with your heart because I don't know. I'm very confused with the way the AI is going right now. What do you reckon in your heart he's going to do? Because I don't understand the AI.
The trainer has
I didn't think
issued
he'd
a
be doing
command.
this swap shenanigans.
Problem is, if Raikou or if Tentacool right now is the only way to kill Onyx. If I swap out into Tentacool and it dies, I lose.
What's
I
the
guess you
matter,
could go
trainer?
quick attack or flash. Like quick attack wouldn't kill Blastoids, would it?
Probably not.
Oh, this sucks.
The trainer hasn't issued a command.
All right, flip a coin. Flip a coin.
Okay.
Yep, you're going with your heart. Nice.
I'm assuming the AI is not going to account for the poison. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
The
Nice.
Pokemon appears with a cross.
All right, and just go Sludge
The
Bomb
other
now.
trainer is also changing
Okay.
Pokemon.
Or Surf.
Yep.
You could just go Surf. Just.
I'm going Surf
sure.
because as soon as it swaps in, he's dead. All I have to do is chip damage.
Quick tab on the battle. And yet another Pokemon switch.
Yep. Nice.
This Pokemon
All right, the only thing that could piss me off right here is if he swaps into Machamp.
poison. Will it be okay? Ow!
Well,
Additional
why would he
damage.
swap in?
Ride that surf.
Well, after Blastoise dies, if he swaps into Machamp, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh, it collapsed.
Would you do you speed it with Tentacle?
The next Pokemon
That's a good question. I actually think I do.
The Pokemon
It doesn't matter.
Pokeball.
Okay. Now, question is he faster than Tentacle?
I actually don't know. Like the
Because
one
you could
stat Onyx
sacrifice-
has is speed. Perfect.
Oh.
Okay, it has two stats: defense and speed.
No,
It has
doesn't
no
matter,
special
right?
defense and no HP and no
Yeah,
attack.
that-
Just one
Cool.
Pokemon
That
That's
battle
good that
literally
yes,
took us
did it?
like 20 whole minutes. 20 real life whole minutes.
rejoining the battle.
all right, you speed this, just go Surf.
Yep.
The number of remaining Pokemon is 2-1.
Cool.
This team's either
That
gonna
was just
win
the
or it's gonna
only-
lose. It's the last team.
Out of there.
Yeah, because if the Onyx had outsped and then gone for Gig, you would have then been better off swapping to Raikou, and then you know. Wait, no, would you? No.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway. Doesn't matter.
All of this could have been avoided if we just did not get crit by that cross chop.
True, but you still won.
To be fair to Bruno, Cross Chop has a high crit rate.
Yes, but it also has 50% accuracy, so I don't want to hear this bull.
It's 80%
Alright.
accuracy. 50% is dynamic punch.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you what comes out?
Yes, it is. Now I think about it, because I played Makuhita, and I remember actually using cross chop a bunch of times.
Every team leads off with Umbreon. Every team.
Yeah. That,
So it's
just
always
like the
gonna be
game.
Umbreon?
Yep. Unfortunately, there's nothing. I have nothing good against Umbreon.
You got 56% chance of Victory Bell coming out, and then you got a 42% chance the third Pokemon's going to be Vileplume, and 14% chance it's going to be Gengar.
So what I'm hearing is we don't want to start with Victory Bell because Fearow, because Fearow can beat Victory Bell and Vileplume on its own.
Yep, and Gengar.
What can beat Umbreon?
Honestly, nothing that I
really
can
have a
think
good
of.
option
For a
here.
second, I was thinking, oh,
What attacks does Umbreon have? Maybe we could play around those.
Confuse Ray,
Honestly,
Pursuit,
you might
Attract,
wanna
Psychic.
start-
It's a girl Umbreon, so
Psychic?
Uh,
I'm hearing
it's
that
got
we
to-
should
yeah,
consider
yeah.
Raikou then.
I was thinking
it
you
also
could
has
just start with Hero.
Pursuit. It's all of its moves are special, and Raikou doesn't have great physical defense, but its special defense is on the higher side.
Yes.
In comparatively.
True.
We start with
True, but
Raikou, then go
then,
Fearow, and
I was thinking you start with Hero. Just
whoa.
go Toxic.
Fearow's gonna be just defeating Victory Bell and Vileplume single-handedly. Why would I start with the Pokemon that's gonna sweep the rest of the team?
Just because Umbreon's going to take
let's be
forever
honest,
to beat.
whatever Pokemon I throw out first is gonna die because it's gonna get hit by Confuse Ray, and then it's gonna hit itself 3 times in a row. And if Fearow dies, then we're gonna actually lose to Vileplume and Victory Bell.
True.
Okay.
You could start with instead of Raikou, you could start with what's Bellsprout have? Oh, not Bellsprout. What's like Charmeleon.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's fine. You just go Smoke Screen Scuff on Umbreon right at the start.
Stab,
Unlike the
Fire
game,
Blast,
this
110 attack
Umbreon-
is not that bad. And it's definitely
Yeah.
faster than Umbreon, so at least it'll get to go first before the first Confuse Ray.
This Umbreon doesn't have Sand Attack. I'd like to specify that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get hit by Confuse
Yeah,
Ray, which is
we-
arguably worse sometimes.
I don't
But-
think
but we
Charmeleon
got-
is a play because it has both Confuse Ray and Detract.
Oh yeah.
All right, Charmeleon,
of those-
Raikou, Fearow.
Both of those
Okay.
work on Charmeleon.
As long as he doesn't start with Magmar, I'm
yeah.
good with that.
It won't start with Magma unless you got the 1% luck. I was going to say we could be the Sand Attack shenanigans on Umbreon.
No,
Just
no,
so-
no. Don't
No?
don't waste turns on
Oh, we
stuff like
could,
that.
but I
They'll
don't
just swap
want
out
to
and they'll piss
because
you
it's
off.
luck-based.
Okay.
All right, Fire Blast.
Folks, get ready to go. Here's the first move.
We could do it, but it's luck-based, so no.
That did less than I expected. I expected to do a third.
All right. Attract now. Swap out.
Umbreon is tremendously bulky.
Yeah, but I still expected to do a third. I've seen enough people play Umbreon to know it's, even though it's bulky, it's not as bulky as everyone says it is.
That's because of HP. But yeah. Do not swap into Hero.
And just like how
Unless you're
everyone
playing-
says, Cloyster's so bulky. And then every time I play Cloyster, it's like Cloyster dies just over and over. And the thing is, it dies to like shitty moves too, like low kick. Okay, that was a bad example, but you know what I meant.
Not low kick, Thunderbolt, yes.
Yeah. Well, no,
Low kick, no.
I've gotten plenty of hits from physical moves that did a lot more than I expected.
All right. Now he's going to go Psychic.
Oh, an abrupt Pokemon switch. The Pokeball opens to reveal
That was just a free turn, so.
How's that? I like that.
Nice. Oh, it's charm. Oh,
Here you go.
okay, it'll use
He's
a
gonna go
track.
Attract
They'll use a
now,
track.
though. Wait. I was going to say you could just swap
Why would I
Yeah, yeah,
swap?
you
This
can
turn
swap.
he's gonna use attract.
because it's a waste move on Raikou.
Oh, this is perfect. See, I got special
Oh.
dropped, and then I just swap into Raikou. Perfect. Wasted turn.
Yep. Now, you're right. I build a
Screw it. No, we're gonna do another one.
Fire Blast again, yeah. Get the burn, eh? Nice!
I think we could just swap out Loop at this point. It seems like she's gonna use a status move no matter what.
Yep. So, you might want to swap into Furo now. Oh, wait. I'll just go Raikou, who cares?
Yeah, I don't want to get hit by Psychic. Because right now, the way her AI looks at it is, I'm confused. It's time to use Psychic.
No, it won't. It'll go track, won't it?
No, because it doesn't know that I'm gonna. It doesn't know. Oh. It's already used a Confuse Ray. I think it's only gonna use one status move at a time.
True. Plus it's burnt.
God, we're gonna do it. Only for the fourth time we've made it to Karen, and we're in a winning position
so
once
who is
again.
in X?
Alright, no game Geb in the chat, so that's good.
Vileplume.
This,
Okay,
no,
so
we're
for
gonna get a
games
clean
like-
we're gonna get a clean swap into Vileplume, and let's be honest, Vileplume is gonna survive
Don't
one
touch
drill
wall.
peck anyways. So we're just gonna spark it. It's gonna slowly knock us out, and then when we get a clean swap into
Furo.
Firo, we'll knock it out.
I agree.
He's probably going to use Stun Spore.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
It
fine.
also has a track, but both Raikou and Firo are completely immune to that, so it's not going to use it.
Why is Furo immune? Isn't Furo a
Firo's
female?
a girl.
Oh, male?
Firo was a girl, I think.
I thought it was male, but anyway. Okay. The spark is good enough, and just do flash.
That was a
Once
crit.
you get paralysis. Yeah,
That was a
just
crit?
go flash. Go flash. If you survive.
That should knock us out.
Jeez.
If not,
I'm not confident that we can knock this out with drill peck.
go Charmander then, and just go Fire Blast.
That sounds like a plan, actually. We got like one Fire Blast anyways. Might as well use it on a Pokemon we know for sure we can knock out.
Vileplume has lower physical defense than special defense, but Fire
Doesn't
Blast
matter.
is stronger, so... Yeah, try Fire Blast, and if that doesn't work, it's not a Nuzlocke, so you'll still have your Pokemon for the next round.
Nice, that was a one shot.
Gotta say, did not see that coming.
Jesus!
I
It
didn't
has
see it
110
coming
attack.
either.
Charmeleon is significantly stronger than Entei by
Yeah.
8 points. Murkrow! Murkrow can't beat anything.
Oh, you got the lucky. You got the lucky. You got the
Oh.
You got
Murkrow
the
has
4%.
Mud Slap, Feint Attack, Fly, and Attract. This Murkrow is
Um,
poop.
You got the 14% chance team. Oh well. He's done his job anyway.
Okay, I really only need to hit one strength at this point.
Oh, you just swap out. Mud Slap doesn't do anything on Furo.
This is true. This is true.
Let's just
Yeah,
go
he's using
stand
Mud Slap because it's super effective. It also has Feint Attack, which is the same base power, but Dark types usually have
No.
special attack.
You're thinking this all wrong. Karen's being a troll here in Stadium 2.
That is also
Think about
true.
every single move.
Okay, I looked up Murkrow and they have dual attack, equal attacking stats. However, those attacking stats are 85 and it has 60 base
I feel like
HP
this Murkrow's
and
not
dual
that
42 defenses.
not that much higher than I am. I should be able to hit it.
Yeah, true. Just real back. regardless.
That would be a funny mechanic. If you're a fly type, you can hit Pokemon using fly.
It didn't matter what attack I use.
Doesn't. Just go toxic.
No,
Make sure it just dies.
absolutely
Why?
not. No way. Would I use
bet then.
toxic?
Why?
Why would I use toxic? It does no damage.
If
How many
it's no
turns do you think are there
spam-
are left?
Oh, true. A track. Interesting. To swap out.
As soon as I swap out, I win because Fear is faster than Murkrow. So as soon as Charmeleon
That's why.
dies, Fear wins.
So I got fly now.
So unless
which
this
is fine.
Murkrow has a way of healing, it doesn't matter what happens.
Yep. It doesn't have a way of healing, so.
I could avoid this attack by using Dig.
Oh,
If-
that's
but it
so
wouldn't do
funny.
anything. Oh no, I couldn't. Okay, it's faster than me.
Did you,
It lived. Wow.
you win.
Oh, and a useless crit. Thank you, game. Oh, we've done it. It only took us 9 streams and 80 teams, but we've finally beaten the elite. Well, actually, hold on. We still have Lance. We could in theory probably lose 5 times the Lance.
True. I was gonna say, it's funny. Koga and Karen and the troll team. Yet you have more
continues.
trolling from Bruno than any of the others.
It doesn't matter. If somebody were to donate right now, you can immediately battle Lance. So
Regardless.
if we lost, we could
Oh.
just place Lance.
All right. Now,
Oh,
do you want to know what it's? Oh, it's all over the place. But you know what the most common one is? 42% chance of an Aerogackle lead. Tyranitar, Dragon Knight.
So start with Raikou, Tyranitar, Dragonite. I assume
You wanna know what-
Tentacool is faster than Dragonite.
No, I wouldn't assume.
Oh wait,
that.
I would
Tentacool is
say-
good against every single Pokemon on this entire team except for Gyarados.
Tentacool has, I don't know how much base speed it has, but I know it has less than Tentacool, and Tentacool and Dragonite both have 80 base speed. So no, it's slower.
But
The sad part is the only one you can't take is probably Furo.
does
it's-
Dragonite have Thunderbolt or Thunder?
Let me bring
Let
it
me
up.
see.
Dragon
It
Knight
has
is
Thunder.
got Hunger.
It's Thunder.
Hunger.
Dang
the
it.
team
You probably
pulled
want to
up.
start with Raikou.
Nothing.
regardless.
Actually, now that I point about it, I shouldn't be making an argument for Tentacool. I should be making an argument against everything else. It's Raikou, Fearow, Tentacool. There's no other team.
Dragonite has Dragon Breath, Steel Wing, Thunder, and Hyper Beam. Tyranitar has Rock Slide, Crunch, Dragon Breath, and Hyper Beam. Actually, everything is Hyper Beam, so I'm not going to repeat Hyper Beam. Charizard has Fly, Flamethrower, and Dig. Aerodactyl has Ancient Power, Earthquake, and Wing Attack. Steelix has Iron Tail, Earthquake, and Dragon Breath. And Gyarados has Surf, Dragon Breath, and for some reason Sleep Talk.
Yeah, Gyarados isn't going to come out. It's a 4% chance of Gyarados, so it's most likely going to be Aerodactyl.
What's the
There's a
chance on
it'll be
Steelix?
Tyranitar. Steelix is a 14% chance.
Okay, it's Raikou, Fearow, Tentacool. There is no other team. The only argument
it's
you could
most
have
likely
made was
gonna
that
be-
Steelix was coming out or Gyarados is coming out, but if neither of those are coming out, then there's no reason to bring Charmeleon, and therefore it's
Well-
Raikou, Fearow, Tentacool.
14% chance means there's still a chance it comes out, right?
Yes, but I like my chances at the other 86.
No, it's a 32% chance of Steelix coming out because the other teams. got
Okay,
Steelix in
I
it.
understand, but what I'm saying is the only argument for bringing Charmeleon was Steelix. If there's a significantly low percent of Steelix showing up, there is no point in bringing Charmeleon.
You're better off with Tentacle anyway. 'cause it
Exactly.
covers the
So it's
Tyranitar
start with Raikou
and
because
Mosquitoes.
a bunch of them are weak to flying or neutral. Then it's Fearow Tentacle.
Why Fearow though? Because Fearow doesn't do much against
Because they're
Tyranitar or
you can't argue for Fearow. You have to argue why not anybody else. Why would I bring Marowak?
Okay.
Why would I bring Bellsprout? Why would I bring Charmeleon? Exactly.
Good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hyper Beam is straight up better than all of those Pokemon could do combined.
Oh, of course, the
Oh, just
dragon,
Marowak
the
against
dragon specialist has a Charizard in the background.
I don't know if anybody notices, but all of the arenas that we play on are actually stacked on each other like dominoes. Each time you beat an Elite Four member, you move up to the next domino.
Yeah.
Or
That is cool.
steps are better example than dominoes. My bad.
The commands are made.
Right. Yeah, well, we knew he'd be faster than Raikou.
Raikou was 130 speed, but yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Pterodactyl.
You don't have to argue with me. I understand. Aerodactyl's like
or
wicked fast.
quick attack. 'Cause- yeah,
Aerodactyl is like speed tied with Mewtwo and Crobat.
Well, unless you want to swap out to Fearow, but Fearow doesn't do anything. So you're better off just going quick attack. Just get chip
Raikou
damage.
gets outsped by Aerodactyl, but yeah, you kind of have to.
There's the attack.
Stay in.
Not
Problem is, whoever you send out, Aerodactyl's got ancient power.
somewhat ancient power.
Why am I scared of Ancient Power? Ancient Power is a shit move.
You're scared of ancient
Fearow.
power because it's physical, and
Jab rock.
Fearow is weak to rock, and Tentacle has shit physical defense. That's why you're scared of it.
Why'd you go Tentacle?
Because Tentacle
It's got
can
Earthquake.
actually beat Aerodactyl and Fearow can't. You shouldn't
It's
be
got Earthquake.
arguing why Tentacle. Why would I pick Fearow?
Oh, true.
Okay, well, I didn't see that coming.
That's why. Yeah.
Well, it survived
Hey, hey,
Machamp's Earthquake, so I assumed it would survive Aerodactyl's Earthquake.
Wenger survived the champ's earthquake. It never survived. It never used earthquake on Tentacle.
Then who hit Tentacle?
It was
Oh, it was Onyx's dig. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Onyx has.
Well, now you gotta go
as an attack
toxic.
stat.
You won't be able to do anything.
Toxic. Are
Um,
you trying to think about winning? Because if we're thinking about winning, you don't pick Toxic, because Toxic guarantees your loss.
Anyway, you lost anyway.
Our only method of winning there was a critical hit. That was it. There was no other plan.
There was nothing you could do anyway.
Yeah.
You couldn't even get past.
But
the
Toxic
first
was
one.
guaranteeing a loss. It doesn't matter. The important thing is we made it to Lance. That means the next stream gets to start at Lance. At least that's how I'm pretty sure this game is played. We'll pick the next team and I'll just double check. Okay, he brought Tyranitar. We were doomed anyways.
Well, that was his most common team. That one.
All right. So, okay, we gotta. Get to start at a nice clean 80 loss teams.
Nice. Hey, this is still a congratulations.
Indeed, it
Finally
is.
made it past the Elite Four.
You remember
the
how long
most-
it took me to beat Jasmine? And she had one team. This Lance has one team, and they're even better.
But still, the Elite Four has been your the longest one. And honestly, this team, you just think before you glare it, just look at the team, go, oh,
I mean,
Do
we
you
we
really
thought
think
we
that
did think
last
the
team
team
was
had
gonna win?
potential. We gave it berries.
true, it still isn't the greatest team though.
All right.
You did really well. Like Bruno was almost a loss.
Okay, well, I don't know what
Retro?
that has, but that's gonna be interesting.
I think it's okay.
I wonder if Wobbuffet can beat him.
Lance.
Yeah.
It probably can.
It sounds like his moveset's kind of diverse, so it might take us multiple Wobbuffets to defeat Lance.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, Kagama is good. And then there's that either Psychic or Sidebeam.
I believe Kadabra has
Not good enough
Psychic and Thunder Punch.
And also Reflect, which is really good. This is at least tanky. Not good for anything else, but yeah.
Okay.
Ah,
Okay,
that's a
this
good
next
one to
team has
start with.
potential.
Yeah. Let me put them all in the system.
Well, there's no point because we're not actually facing him right now.
You don't want to know for next time.
That sounds like future Steve's surprise.
Okay.
All right.
Honestly, this team's got good potential, man.
It in fact does. I agree. Let me see what Electrode's
see what
moves
Electro
are
does.
here, because Electro could be a boom or bust.
Nice.
Why would you not have explosion? You're supposed to knock something out with thunder and then explode.
wait,
That's your job.
Wait, what are you complaining about? It's got funga.
I know, but here's the thing. The way I looked at Electrode was, it's going to knock something out with thunder, and then when its HP is real low, it's going to blow up. But it can't blow up.
That's exactly how Electrode works.
It's going to knock something or do chip damage and then blow up, and it doesn't do that.
Still though, Fungar at the lead against Aerodactyl. Still good.
We don't know if he'll pick
Submission,
Aerodactyl, and
alright.
that's for future us to find out.
You don't want me to look it up?
No point. You should bookmark the page though, or something. All right, Psychic Blizzard, 120 special. Unfortunately, its physical defense is just so low.
Yeah.
But it could always get that freeze.
It won't be worth it for Lance. It will not be worth it for Lance.
I only gotta win one battle. One freeze could instantly win me the whole game.
It'll die.
Oh, actually, you know what? You know what I need to know is smooch him faster than Dragonite. That's what I need to know.
No, it's not. That's what I'm telling you. His whole team outspeeds you, except for Tyranitar. But you're really going to rely on Smooshing to beat Tyranitar?
65 base Dragonite, so I highly doubt it'll outspeed anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kadabra will be able to survive an earthquake, but if it does, it will definitely knock out Aerodactyl.
You wouldn't use it to knock out Aerodactyl. You use either Electro or Vileplume.
Well, it's not like I have much of a choice. I mean, if he throws out Aerodactyl first, and I throw out Kadabra first, it's not like I'm gonna swap out.
Okay, Smooching might be able to outspeed Steelix or Tyranitar, but those are absolutely horrible matchups, so it's actually not very helpful.
Waterfall?
That's good. Whirlpool's good. Stab Whirlpool.
Wait a second. Its defense is quite low.
Yeah, but it's HP. Look at its HP.
Right.
And it's got acid armor.
Vaporeon isn't a physically bulky Pokemon, it's especially bulky Pokemon.
Oh, it's bulky in general, though, just because of HP.
It emphasizes its bulk more on the special side than the physical side.
Yeah, it's just useless.
It's funny to look at.
Use Mattress.
It literally has like almost double speed than everything else. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay.
This thing has the base stats of a used Mattress.
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, I think your three Pokemon's gonna be Electro, Kadabra, and Vaporeon. I don't think you've got anything else against Lance.
I don't think any of the berries. Does Lance even have a status condition move?
Having static.
No. So it's just chances of.
None of his
honestly,
Pokemon have
other than
any
Charizard-
status conditions of any sort, or even secondary like effects. You know, like thunder.
Well, the only one would be Flamethrower from Charizard.
Okay, so let's see, which one would be most affected by a burn? None of them. Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, I give the berry to Vaporeon just for HP.
The
And
electric berry?
no, the regular berry for Vaporeon.
Oh, okay.
But
Because
yeah,
I thought something on his team had thunder, right?
Yeah, Dragonite.
yeah.
Okay, well
that's
then
the,
Vaporeon should
Dynamite-
probably have the paralysis care berry.
True. Okay.
Yeah, good point. Thunder does have the 30% parry in this.
That's what I
gen.
was
That's not
asking
like
for
Gen
when
1.
does any of his things have status conditions, and he said flamethrowers got chance of burn, thunder has a chance of paralyze. Anything else have any chances of anything?
No.
Dragon Breath has a 30% paralyzed chance too.
Okay, so 2
Dragonite's
paralyzes.
gonna go with Dragonite's gonna go with Thunder over Dragon Breath, but it is still true. I still think you should go with lead Vaporeon, use an ice move, paralyzed berry.
No, the
because
lead's
Thunder.
gonna be Electro if it's Aerodactyl, just to do the Funga. Because none of his
Okay.
team resists Funga.
All right.
So even if he swaps out,
I mean, none of our team.
Submission doesn't matter. Berry on I was gonna say Berry on Kadabra, so he's got more HP
Lance
afterwards.
does have a lightning immunity with Steelix, but that's unlikely.
Yeah, very unlikely. And then paralysis, remember? Yep.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And let's just double check
is good with
that you
games.
can in fact start at Lance. Okay.
Yes.
Wait, no, hold on. I need to quit. Hold on. That maybe I didn't select it.
If you don't get to start at Lance, it would suck.
Can you imagine?
Whoa! Following
Come on,
If we
hurry up.
can't
This
start
team's
it,
actually
Lance,
low.
I'm
To
gonna
be
get
fair,
it.
this team's got a good chance of beating Elite Four as well.
Agreed. It actually does. It's pretty diverse. I think that between Kadabra and Smoochum, that would just absolutely wreck Koga.
So are you gonna like?
Kadabra, Smoochum, and Drowsy, all of them with psychic moves.
Okay, so you are gonna quit the battle.
Yeah, I must have clicked on Elite Four, not Lance, unless the option wasn't available, and then that would suck, even worse.
Yep.
Okay, I see. I clicked re-enter. Let's start.
Like try pressing
Oh,
up.
you have to. You have to beat the Elite Four. Oh, that's painful. So it's 5 battles in a row. Mind you, I'm confident with
Steve,
this team.
press the
to
up
win.
button.
I've clicked all the
He has.
buttons.
Oh, that's fine. This team's actually good enough to beat.
Ugh.
No.
Those 5 battles in a row, you go win.
No.
That makes the Elite Four one of the hardest of them all.
Oh my god. It's such a difficult challenge. I could have sworn you could start directly from... It must be the Stadium 1 where you can just pick the champion. Oh.
John got so sad he left.
Ah, so much pain. Well, I guess you'll be watching us defeat the rest of them again next stream. Oh boy.
Alright, then.
Thank you guys for joining in. Appreciate it very much. I will see you guys again on Saturday, where we are going to be playing just a stream with me and Speed, no Ike.